Howdy guys, I am back with more Mass Effect. Last time we finished up on Virmire and well, we're one squad member short, so I thought I'd go around the Normandy and talk to everybody, see how they're feeling.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Yeah, are you okay?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Goodbye. I like Heather's just like, bye. Alright, that's her job. She's the best.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I've been thinking about Saren. I actually feel a little sorry for him now.
Gosh, it's so funny because I actually do too, just like the tiniest bit, I do actually.
He's become a slave to the Reapers, and he can't even see it.
He is trapped inside his own mind. Part of him senses his identity slowly being swallowed up by Sovereign, but he is powerless to stop it. I wonder how he first fell into Sovereign's trap. Did he think he could somehow stop the Reapers from returning? Or was he simply driven by a lust for power and glory?
That's kind of what I'm curious. I mean, I don't want to say doesn't matter because I think I'm kind of just I'm like her. I'm kind of curious. How did this happen? Did he go in with the noble intentions, or was he just being selfish from the start? Well, guess we'll never know.
Whatever Saren's reasons may have been, they're long gone now. He has to be stopped.
Yes, I suppose you're right. He may be Sovereign's victim, but he is also a threat to all life as we know it. Let's not spend every free minute talking about Saren. It is bad enough we are chasing him across the galaxy.
Indeed. Tell me more about you.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process. As I said, I am not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
Well, we don't get to live 1,000 years like you do. We're short-lived.
We don't have the luxury of time. And Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At first I thought that was a weakness of your species. After spending time with you and your crew, however, I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an intimidating one.
I like how we're lucky if we live to 150. It's like 150. My gosh, what do you want to live to 150? I mean, I guess they have the technology that you're not completely busted up by the time you get there, but geez, 150. Gosh, it works for us. It's still insulting, intimidating. Yeah, why is it intimidating?
You're scared of us?
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want. It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
What? Me?
Why me?
There is a reason the Council chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something special in you. The best of what humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what you did on Torfin. I cannot even imagine how horrible that must have been, but you did what had to be done.
You could have asked. You looked that up. You spied on me. You looked that up?
Why are you so interested in me?
I wanted to know more about you, to understand what made you into the woman you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Ooh, unacceptable. Me or the beacon? I don't really like any of these choices, but I'll go with the nicest one, I guess. I want to believe that.
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial interest, but it has grown beyond that. You intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I wasn't sure if... Are you interested in me, Shepard?
Wait. Whoa. Hold on. This is getting kinda... I just wanted to be friends, man. You're getting a little weird here. You're female, I'm attracted to you. I mean, there's nothing, like, why would this... I don't know why this is even... That's kind of weird. Ain't nothing wrong with loving the ladies. You know, I am kind of curious what she'd say if I said that, though. Because the sorry, I don't think care for gender because they don't have genders. They're all like feminine or whatever, right? I am attracted to you. I just want to be friends. You were wrong. Oh man, this is an awkward conversation. I do want to see what happens if I click this one, though.
You want a relationship with me? Even though we're both women?
We Asari are monogendered, Commander. Male and female do not have any real meaning for us. We do, however, have maternal instincts, so perhaps we would fill what you consider a female role. I'm sorry if this is awkward for you, Shepard. I am only trying to be honest. I feel as if we share some type of connection. Perhaps I was wrong.
Oh, awkward. Okay, man, I think these Asari people are so cool to have their brain like, what's gender or whatever, they just like don't care, right? Because they're monogendered or whatever. Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. I am attracted, I mean, she's cool, like, I mean, I don't want to, I'm not sure if I like her like that though, but I just want to be friends.
I'm not interested in you in that way, Liara.
This is very embarrassing for me, Commander. Please, let's talk about something else.
Yes, I'm embarrassed too, actually. Let's bye.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh man, that was all such an awkward conversation. I wonder if she has anything new to say.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving
Oh,
on
okay,
an alliance ship?
I enlisted.
All right, no.
But
How
humanity.
did you end up?
Oh,
But humanity needs the alliance.
I should go.
Goodbye,
all right,
Commander.
she didn't say anything different, I guess. Oh man, that was so awkward though. I feel really uncomfortable right now. God, which way am I going? I guess I need to go, yeah, down that elevator to talk to everybody else. But yeah, feeling pretty awkward after that one. I didn't realize Liara was just going to come out and be like, I like you, and it's like, I don't know you like that. Oh boy. Let's see if anyone has anything. Oh, he came on board. Cool. I didn't realize he came with us, but how did you make it but not Caden? You know, that's interesting. Well, let's see what he has to say.
It was an honor working with you, Commander Shepard. Despite the losses, our mission was a success. Lieutenant Alenko's actions will not go unnoticed. His sacrifice has earned humanity a great deal of respect from my people.
I'll miss him. We all face tough choices.
You knew what the risks were.
Of course, the grim reality that every soldier must accept. Rest assured, Commander, my men and I will not forget what you have accomplished here. We will leave your ship as soon as you reach your next destination. Perhaps we will have the opportunity to work together again someday.
Oh, really? So you're just gonna... What if I go to, like, some completely, you know, desert wasteland planet?
You have my gratitude, Commander. Most people would have left our team behind. The captain considers the mission a success. I defer to his judgment.
Okay, so he'll let me
Glad I
buy
could help.
stuff.
Good luck,
Alright.
Commander Shepard.
How about you, Wrex? What do you think of all this?
Commander, things got heated back on Virmire. You did what you had to do. I respect your choice.
Thank you.
I appreciate what you did, Wrex. I won't forget it.
Just make sure it was worth it. Saren has to pay for what he's done.
Oh, he will.
No matter what it takes, I'm gonna hunt him down and kill him.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I wish we could have got the cure
Rex.
for, you know, Wrex, but heck, we
Shepard.
didn't even have time to get Caden out. I bet Ashley's probably a wreck. Let's talk to her.
Commander?
Hey, what should I pick? About Caden? How you doing? Can we talk? How about Caden?
About Lieutenant Alenko. How are you holding up?
Can't say I'm better. Sorry for anything I said back there. I don't want any deaths on my hands, and it's my fault.
Yeah, you could have, you know, held off a couple minutes on the nuke. I'm not gonna say it's not your fault. I understand.
I don't like losing people either.
It's funny. I don't have any fear of dying for the Alliance. But when I think of someone dying for me, if you don't mind my asking, how did you deal with the losses on Torfin?
Ay, gosh. I vowed to do better. I grieved later. They did their duty. I vowed to do better.
It was my job to get everyone out safe. I failed. I vowed not to let that happen again. Same here. I'll remember him, and I'll do better for him.
Yeah. I guess that's all we can do. Thanks for the advice, Commander.
Alright, how we doing?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
We've got a hard fight ahead. Fleets of AI dreadnoughts who've exterminated all life dozens of times over. I think the odds are against us.
Screw the odds.
When it comes to the survival of humanity, who gives a rat's ass about odds? We're gonna fight them.
Aye, aye, Commander. But I'm infantry. Against Reapers, my rifle may as well fire spitballs. I won't have a place in this war. That's what pisses me off, not being able to shoot back.
Oh, yeah, I guess, having a shotgun or a rifle against a giant ship, yeah, it's like, and they wouldn't even feel it. Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was just watching some mail from home.
Oh, before I go, we saw Caden in a news vid about the Normandy. He's cute. Later, sis.
Let's pretend this never happened.
Caden.
Are you interested in the lieutenant, Chief?
Fraternization is against regulations, ma'am. Don't ask, don't tell. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Well, I'm guessing this was supposed to trigger earlier, but because I was very neglectful and talking to my teammates, that got a little kind of backwards. She's talking about Caden, and he's not with us anymore. I didn't mean to.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Oh, you raised your sisters? Oh, well, I can talk more about her, Dad.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I made Chief. First thing he did was salute.
Aww.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see new worlds. She gave up her career to raise us, though.
Oh, that's a hard choice to make.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Oh, and now how about home?
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
Hi, you raised your sisters?
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Tell me about it.
Sounds like a story. Feel like sharing?
Sarah got herself a boyfriend who wanted to go faster than she did, Mike. I didn't think he was a bad kid, just pushy. Lynn would send me these worried vid mails, and I'd tell her to relax.
Vid mails?
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobog. Same cluster, but a dozen Hellwire away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
Okay, so something changed?
Sounds like that situation didn't last.
Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, 'cause he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree and left. Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense. I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Oh man, that's awesome. She sounds pretty cool. What happened with Mike? Or can I investigate? Oh yeah, police?
Why didn't you tell the police?
She said it wouldn't solve the real problem, and she and Mike would both become household names. It was a small colony. I said it was her call to make, that we should let her do it her way. Mom was pretty pissed about that.
Okay, so what about that self-defense?
You said all of your sisters learned self-defense?
Lynn did pistol practice, but didn't like it. She's kind of nervous. Sarah took Aikido. Abby decided to learn the sword. She always was a little weird. Likes big skirts and tops you have to tie her into. They do great things to her figure, though.
Oh, what about you?
So, what did you learn?
One of Dad's friends taught me Marine hand to hand.
Awesome. So what happened with Mike?
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Oh.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and there's blood everywhere.
Wow, you go, girl. He didn't hurt her?
He missed?
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell.
Oh.
Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying. And she hugged him.
Oh.
The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Man, I kind of liked her story there. I mean, her sister sounds like for a young person, sounds like a pretty cool, kind of classy lady, right? She handled it. Tough women, I like that. Interesting story.
Your sister's something else. But you didn't mention your father at all. Was he on deployment?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I should be like bored now. What is this crap? Oh my gosh, you can be like so hostile in this game. I think this is so fun. I love these dialogue wheels. This is just so much fun. I'm sorry. You read poetry?
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Just because I can drill you between the eyes at 100 meters doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff. Just don't spread it around.
Oh.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Oh. You know, I'm even more glad that I rescued Ashley. It's like, man, maybe it's a good thing I didn't get to know my squad mates more, because I think I would have been really torn up about losing one of them now, but I guess that's kind of the point in the game. I'm really digging Ashley. She's pretty cool, so, really?
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though.
From the afterlife? Watching? Yeah, sure he is. Watching?
I thought you said he was dead.
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Oh boy, oh man, I can't, this is getting too heavy for me, man. You know, it's not me to, I mean, like, this is mean, keep it to yourself, are you a fanatic? Of course not, I do too. It's not my place to judge. I don't really know how to answer this. I mean, you know, I'm very much a person that's like, you know, believe what you want to believe, and, you know, I mean, as long as I mean, like, whatever, you know, of course not.
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter, only with fancier words.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should double-check my gear before we move out. Those Krogan aren't gonna kill themselves.
Alright.
Dismissed, Chief.
Man, that was some heavy-hitting stuff there with Ashley, man. I didn't know she could be so deep. Like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about having taken good care of her, but, oh man, it's so hard to look over and just no Kaiden anymore, man. Ugh. Alright, how about Garrus over here? Nothing? Oh wow, I can't even, like, I'm hitting the...
Commander.
Oh, there it goes.
Good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I don't think he's saying anything too different.
I bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
Okay, I think this is new. I don't really remember this. Disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating him?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts. Organs, mostly.
What?
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
What? Really? Like, is this common? Yeah.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
And it was an L-Core? What? What did you find?
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver.
What?
After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicles.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage.
Wow.
It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
What? 40, that's 4.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
Wait. So they have 4... Okay, first we were talking about, like, almost forced sex with Ashley, and then God, now we're talking about testicle implants. What is this episode of Mass Effect? Oh my God. What about the doctor?
What'd you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Ooh, interviewing what?
Yeah? Go on.
One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Test tube? What?
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
Oh my God.
Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? What?
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
What? Don't tell me that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
So they just let him go?
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but C-Sec headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Oh, man. Idiots.
No wonder you hated it there. Those idiots just let him fly away.
Yes, they did. I went to Palin and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
Because I mean, yeah, I agree with him because, I mean, what's stopping him from doing this to other people? I mean, yeah, some people might die, but a lot more are gonna die or have 5 livers and stuff. Otherwise, it's a tough choice, but I think you're
A
right.
few casualties is a small price to pay to stop someone like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, those hostages might be wishing they'd died by now anyway. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Oy.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salian?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Oh, it sounds like a mission for me.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Alright, so there we go. There's a side mission for me. See, that's one of the things I was worried about because I feel like I missed a ton of the side quests in this game because I've just been, you know, blitzing from the next main story point to the other, and, you know, I've got all these, like, here's the main story, right, and here's all my assignments. I think I really need to get cracking on these because I have a whole bunch now, but gosh, the main story is just so ridiculous, I can't stop. Well, let's see if Tali has anything new to say.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
You sound down.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth, it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
I sleep. It's too quiet to sleep.
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
You're homesick.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
Yeah, you know, that's probably exactly it. So, but you're going back, right?
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
You're right. Well, doesn't look like she has anything else to say besides
go.
that. So...
See you later.
Have I ever talked to this guy?
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tali? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
She's useful.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tali, Commander. But I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Yeah, let's, talk to him a little bit about this. I think I've ignored this guy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
Drive core?
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually, the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running, and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Oh, that's how it works. Now that's cool.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
FTL gives us away?
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Okay, well, he actually explained that pretty well to me.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Alright.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alrighty, guys, so my timer went off in the middle of the conversation with that guy, so pretty much all we did this episode was talk to Garrus, Ashley, Wrex, Tali, and Liara, and a few other of our crewmates. We can't talk to Kaiden because he is no longer with us after Virmire, so next time, I'm not sure what I'm going to do next time. I might either do the Codex, or I might start working on some of these side missions. I think I need to slow down on the main story, because a lot has happened, and I feel like I've missed out on a lot of things, because I'm kind of rushing through the story too much. It's just so exciting, I can't help it. So, I'll try to slow down a little bit, and, well, I think that'll be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching me play Mass Effect, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.